we're live. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of a problem because I saved this previously and then I couldn't get back in. So it was kind of weird. But I'm in now. Let me pop this out. Pop the chat out. Looks like we have we have a couple of people in there. There's Terry. Hey Terry, welcome back. Jules, always nice to have you here. Great to see you again. If it's only just text. Still, same thing. So I hope you guys had a great week. And I did put a posting out saying what I was going to drink today. And hello, Janice. Janice is a long time. I think, Janice, I'm pretty sure that you have been on every single one of these streams. So welcome back. And I said that I was going to give advance notice as to what we were going to drink today. So if you guys wanted to get one, you could. And I did put that out. I think I put it out yesterday, and I also put a notification out today. I put it on Instagram. I put it on, where did I put it on? Facebook, I think. So did you guys see that? Did you guys get that? I mean, not necessarily get the beer, but did you get the notification that that's what we were going to drink? And can you guys hear me okay? Because like I said, I had some problems joining this. I just want to make sure that you can hear me okay. So, all right, we're good. So welcome back, everybody. Looks like we got maybe 3 people there. Yeah, we got Terry, we got Julie, we got Janice. All right, that's a quorum. We can get started. So one of the things that I was going to mention, maybe I'll wait for a couple of other. Lynn 801. Lynn, you were on before, like a few episodes back. I don't think you were on last week. I don't think I've seen you in a while, but welcome back, everybody. Say hello. So hopefully we'll have a nice lively crew today. And so I actually, this, some people are saying like, I'm going for the Paul Lind look here, but it's my mask. So I was doing laundry earlier and I had to leave the building to do that. So just kind of left that on. I could take it off. Anyways, I'm waiting to see if Bob Agnone will join. He was at REA Junior Music. I think that I can't remember the whole thing because I wanted to talk about race pizza. So I'll wait to see if he joins in. Hey, Notemans. Am I saying that right? Notemans. I don't remember seeing you in here before, so it's good to see you, Notemans. Welcome. Our family is always growing, and we always welcome new people. Everybody say hi to Notemans. It is JD. Okay, JD. Well, JD. All right. Hey, for anybody who doesn't know, do you want to just go by JD? Are you like in lurk mode? Is that what we're doing? JD? Yes. Okay. All right. So JD is probably one of my biggest fans. So that's what he tells me, and I have no reason to disagree with him. But so this is JD's first time. Welcome, everybody. Say hi to JD. You can call me anything. I can call you Ray, or I can call you Jay, or I can call you RJ. That's funny. You are my biggest fan. Yes, you probably are my biggest fan. And again, I have no proof otherwise to show that somebody else is a bigger fan than you are, JD. So welcome. I'm gonna call you JD. I'll call you JD for now. And welcome. It's good to have you here. So we're going to talk about a few different things, and then, as usual, we have our Saturday night beer. And it is Saturday night again. I know last week I said Saturday night on Sunday, but that's because we switched the days. But we are going to have our Saturday night beer, and today our Saturday night beer is Sapporo Premium Beer. So this is made in Japan. Well, the brewery is in Japan. This can actually comes by way of Vietnam, and this can is 4.9 alcohol per volume. So not hardcore, but still a little bit of a kick. And it is from Sapporo Breweries Limited in Japan. So that's going to be our beer of choice today. And then we do have our obligatory snacks. JD, have you had that beer before? Have you? I've never had this before, so this is my first time trying it. But I just thought we could do something different. I know we did Eastern European beer, we did a Ukrainian beer, we did a Mexican style beer. I just wanted to change it up a little bit. So we're going to do Japanese beer. And then, so we have our snacks for today. So we have Jack and Jill roller coaster potato rings, cheddar cheese flavor. There's a lot to take in there. That's a lot of information to take in. Jack and Jill roller coaster potato rings, cheddar cheese flavored potato snack. And these are from not Singapore, the Philippines. These are from the Philippines. All right. JD, if you have one of those beers, then hang on to that, or keep it chilled, because when we crack that open, we can all have that together, and then you can add your notes to this as well. And then we have from our friends at Barcel, hot nuts. So we did a Trippy Food episode on hot nuts, but this one is hot nuts Fuego, which Fuego, fire, I think, in Spanish. But this is double crunch, and I don't know what that means. It just means the ASMR is going to be through the roof. So we have our hot nuts. And I found this little, you're going to have a German beer with me. All right, hey, drink them if you got them. And even if you're not a beer drinker, or, you don't drink alcohol, that's fine too. Just, get yourself a non-alcoholic beverage and join us. So we all drink together. It's a family style bar. These are Deep River Snacks Zesty Jalapeno chips. And I've had, I'm sure you guys have had all kinds of jalapeno chips before. So we're just going to try something different and see how it is. Now, it looks like, from the picture there, it looks like there's salt all over this, maybe. So maybe there's extra salt. I can't figure that out exactly. They're Zesty Jalapeno flavored kettle cooked potato chips. And Deep River Snacks is from where? They are from... product of the USA. Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia. So we're gonna have some Deep River Snacks from Atlanta, Georgia. All right, but we're gonna hold off on that because it's still early. We have an hour and 49 minutes to go. So we'll hold off on that. We'll open that a little bit. So, all right, cool. So one of the things I saw, somebody posted something and asked about last meals. Like, what would you have for a last meal? And I don't think anybody's asked the question here, but somebody's asked me that previously, and my answer, and other people were saying, I think they were asking LA foodies, bloggers and YouTubers and stuff like that. And they were asking them, well, what would their last meal be? And some people were saying Fogo de Chao. I'm like, really? Last meal? Okay, fine. My last meal choice, and you guys can start writing down yours, start posting what your last meal choice is. But my last meal choice, I don't anticipate being on death row, but, in the event that somehow I ended up on death row and they said, what is your last meal choice? Mine would be fugu, and fugu is blowfish. And here's the reason why. Because, I've had it before in, very small amounts. But here's the reason why. The reason why is because if it just happens to kill you, you're just cutting 12 hours or something off that, right? But on the other hand, if it doesn't kill you, it's maybe going to be a really, really good last meal. So fugu is my choice. I'm just curious to see what you guys think. Put it down. Last meal. Okay. Looks like we got more people in here. We got 6 now. It's going up. And I think that just shows how many people are on at one time, or maybe how many people are signed in. So there's probably more people that are watching it. They're just not signed in because it's live. So I don't think you guys don't have to sign in to be able to watch, right? I don't think so. Lobster, shrimp, and scallops is my favorite. Would that be a last meal? So if you were on death row, Lynn, would that be your last meal? The lobster, shrimp, and scallops? It does sound good. Yeah. Triple cheese and onion rings, maybe fat burger. Wow, that's a cool choice. Fat burger, I love fat burger. And then the funny thing is about fat burger is when people talk about burgers, good burgers, especially like here in Southern California, everybody always goes In-N-Out, right? And then other people, usually what's around number 2. I don't like talking about things that are brown and calling them number 2, but number 2 is usually The Habit. The Habit's usually number 2. But Fat Burger doesn't get enough love, and they have some really 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 good burgers at Fat Burger. So so it's I guess it would be a good last meal. Yeah. JD, and you can vouch for this one. What else might be a good last meal is a half smoked chili and cheese from Ben's Chili Bowl. That would be a good last meal too. Filet mignon. This is like it. Julie is like, she's got it down. Filet mignon rare, fresh baked warm bread, bowl of tomato soup, tuna sushi, slice of cheesecake, and scoop of black raspberry ice cream with chocolate chimneys. That is awesome. You're gonna keep them busy. You're just gonna like go out and get Gordon Ramsay or something, because this is what I want. So that's gonna be yeah, wow. And the thing is like anybody who's looking at the notes and Julie says Jimmy's, it's because Julie is from Massachusetts. And in Massachusetts, they call sprinkles that you put on ice cream Jimmy's. So that's why she says Jimmy's. So chocolate Jimmy's. Yeah. Habit good, maybe In and Out. Yeah. Okay. So JD, if you're going to rank those, right? We have In and Out, The Habit, and Fat Burger. What order would you rank those? I mean, I would probably go. The thing about In and Out is In and Out is good at its price point, right? But it is what is it, like a 3-ounce patty, this tiny thin patty, a 3-ounce patty. So like they say that they will do it for you, cook it to order. So if you go in there and say, hey, I'd like that medium rare, they go, okay, we'll do it medium rare. So they put it on the grill. If they just leave it there for like 10 seconds and turn it over, it's already cooked all the way through. It's already at least medium. So it's very difficult to do that. They do use fresh meat, which is kind of a cool thing, but to me, there's just not enough. And people go, oh yeah, but it's the sauce and the cheese and everything else like that. But it's the burger. The burger is the reason that you're going there for a burger, right? So the price point is good, but to me, there's not enough flavor because there's just not enough meat. So my ranking would be. And the thing is, when you go to The Habit, when you get to The Habit, and when you get to Fat Burger, you're going up a couple of levels. So that's not like it's not McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King level. It's a little bit higher than that, right? So I think The Habit may be a little, slightly higher on that level, and then Fat Burger is going to be like a little bit higher. So, but the order of my preference, I would say probably, I don't know, Fat Burger is pretty damn good. Yeah, I would probably say The Habit, Fat Burger, and then In and Out. And again, like I said, In and Out. If I'm driving up I-5 and I'm in like Buttonwillow and there's no other place for like 80 miles to get something to eat, stop at the In and Out. I get a burger, but it's not something I'm going to make my go-to choice. All right, cool. I've never heard of sprinkles being referred to as Jimmy's before. Good to know. Well, Lynn, where are you from, Lynn? Because that is definitely like a Boston thing. It's definitely a Boston thing where they call them Jimmy's up there. So, and they have different names, like for instance, what they call a milkshake on the West Coast is syrup, milk, and ice cream, right? They call that a milkshake. But a milkshake, like on the East Coast or in the Boston area, a milkshake, it doesn't have the ice cream in it. So if you add the ice cream in it, it's a frap. But it seems to be like a definitely a Boston thing or an East Coast thing, where a milkshake is just the milk and the flavoring without the ice cream. Now there's a lot of other. I'm trying to think of some of the other foods that have that reference. I mean, there's all kinds of other things, like you eat supper, not dinner. The trash is the rubbish, things along those lines. But yeah, they have a whole vernacular there, and it's fascinating. And then you have to learn how to pronounce it without the R's as well. I'd say Fat Burger only because it's big, patty, and juicy. Absolutely, yeah. And maybe Five Guys too. Yeah, I like Five Guys because the thing about Five Guys is that their burger patty is loose. It's coarse, right? It's not like packed together and everything. It's really loose, and I kind of like that. And it's definitely it's savory. You get the flavor of the meat and everything. And the other thing, the other thing I love about Five Guys is that they have like 30 toppings that are absolutely free that you can put on top of that. You can get grilled mushrooms, jalapenos, onions. I mean, all kinds of stuff to put on top of it. And so we're actually going to do an episode there. We're going to do an episode at Five Guys where we get everything on the burger. So that'll be fun. I always get a 3x3 from In-N-Out. Oh, hey, Ducks Rule. Welcome. Everybody say hi to Ducks Rule. Welcome back. I think Ducks Rule is another one who's been on every single one of these live streams that we've done. So a 3x3 is really unusual because like most people either get a double or 4x4. I don't hear about a lot of people getting a 3x3. So that's really interesting. I suppose, if you do like the beef, and you want to get more of that quantity in there than a 3x3 or something, or at least a double is the way to go, because otherwise those patties are just too thin. There's nothing there. Only say Jimmy's here in New England. Do not say it in the South. Like being kicked in the Jimmy, that kind of Jimmy's. Yeah, yeah. It's definitely a lot of those things. You have to be careful where you're saying it because it means one thing in one place and something else, especially like between the United States and England, just the fact that we both speak English, both countries speak English, but some words mean something much different in England, even though it's essentially the same language. And here, Five Guys love to, yeah. Shake Shack. I've had Shake Shack a couple of times and I wasn't overly impressed with Shake Shack. It was okay, but it seemed like it was vying for that same quality, that like fat, that same, flavor and meatiness and everything that you get from Five Guys. I'm sorry, not Five Guys. Fat Burger, but they're just not quite there. So it's good. And that sauce that they put on there is kind of weird, because I guess they want to differentiate themselves from In-N-Out, who puts the Thousand Island dressing or whatever they call the secret sauce or whatever they happen to call it. But yeah, so Shake Shack is okay. I would rank that number 4 with those other ones that we were comparing together. Southern Ontario, Canada, close to Toronto. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I've only been to Toronto a couple of times, and that was like probably 30 years ago or so, maybe. Yeah, so it's been a while. I want to get back. Bubbler. That's it, Julie. So Julie posted, if you read there, Bubbler, which is bubbler, which is what you call a water fountain. So like, when you drink out of the water fountain, it's a bubbler. You get your water out of the bubbler. We need to hit the Nugget in Summerland and Goleta. We do, because wow, I'm not familiar with it, but I'm always down for an adventure. So yeah, count me in. Let me know when. I'll start packing as soon as we finish this. Big Zima wants to know how you got into doing videos with Matt. Oh, okay. That one's easy. So Jeff Fu was I remember how we met Jeff Fu. I think he knew Eddie Lin when we were doing Kamikaze Kitchen. And so like one of the last episodes of Kamikaze Kitchen that we filmed that never saw the light of day because they lost the footage. But Jeff came in towards the tail end of that. And so I kind of hung out with Jeff. Now, meantime, what I didn't know is that Jeff was also instrumental with Reckless Eating. And so he was, I'm not sure in what role he was at. I know he was in some videos, but I think he did a lot of behind the scenes kind of stuff for Reckless Eating. And so it was just kind of a crossover. So I think at one point in time, there was an event at the YouTube space here in Los Angeles, and Jeff said, "Hey, why don't you go? Why don't you go to and then we'll meet you meet the guys from Reckless Eating." And I think at the time it was just Chris and Matt. I mean, they had other people, but they're the only ones that were there. And so I met Chris and I met and Matt, and Jeff was going, "You guys ought to get together and do a collaboration sometime because you guys do very similar things." And so that's kind of where, it's where Matt and I met, and certainly where I met the other guys from Reckless Eating. And then from there, like they invited me over there to do a couple of episodes with Reckless Eating. And then I think eventually, I don't think it was right away, but eventually we worked into getting, Matt and onto our channel and doing more stuff. There's a couple of episodes that we've actually done with Chris. It's just that Chris is usually really, really busy. And so even when Matt's filming a bunch of stuff over at his house, Chris isn't always there because Chris, I think he's a day gig and a lot of stuff to keep him busy. So he's not as involved as he used to be, but still. But that's how I got to started with with working with Reckless Eating. So, and in some cases, like people, because we've done so many things together. I've done so many things with Matt on Trippy Food, and Matt Quincy, Q the Critic, Lindsay. Who else have we had on just on our channel? Maybe like 3 or 4 people from Reckless Eating on our channel, and with their own channels. And then I've been on a bunch of theirs. So a lot of people just kind of equate the 2 channels and just think like we're a spin-off of Reckless Eating or something. But we're just 2 channels that have similar likes and do some of those things together. The differences between our channels is that I will eat things that, like, if you want prepared food, I'll go to a restaurant where they have a special dish. I'll make something to something that might be on a movie or something, and then I'll try to recreate that and everything. And so what they do is more challenging. So they might get like condiments, a bunch of condiments like hot mustard and chili paste and mustard powder and stuff like that, and they just eat it by the spoonful and everything. So it's more of a challenge, and that's kind of what they do. That we do a lot of the similar things, and that's why I've been in some of their episodes and they've been in mine. So a lot of similarity there. Five Guys double is great. Yeah, it's like I said, that's the way to go. But it's not. It doesn't float my boat. So I know that's what people say. They say like you got to get at least a double. And their fries, they need to work on their fries. And I know a lot of people like them, but the problem with their fries is that they'll take a fresh potato and they'll put it in the slicer or whatever you want to call that thing, and they'll just take them and they'll just throw them right in the oil. And the problem is that usually to make good French fries, they have to either be twice fried or blanched and fried. So because basically, if you don't do that, you don't break down the starches in between, and it gets all starchy and pasty and unpleasant. And that's the problem that they have at In-N-Out. And then what people tell me is, you have to ask them to do it well done. Do these fries well done. Well, the thing is like they're dark brown. They're almost burnt because you're trying to cook them all the way through. And that's no way to eat French fries. So either like I said, that's why even McDonald's fries are better, because McDonald's flash fries them before they freeze them, and then when they freeze them, they send them out to all the different McDonald's, and then they fry them again. So that's why like I said, McDonald's fries are better. But it's to each his own. Some people swear by it. I'm just not crazy about it. 3x3 is a perfect amount, always with animal fries. Yeah, I don't think I've had the animal fries. It's a cool thing. It's a cool idea and everything. I think I would eat that. I just haven't eaten that. I kind of like, if I have a choice, I go with poutine, stuff like that. But I'll have to try the animal fries. That'll get me in there. Europrop, hey! So Europrop, Europrop is from Denmark, and they were on, I think, the first episode we had, and I think maybe you came in at the tail end of the last one. But the thing is being in Denmark, it's very late there, and so we were starting at 4 p.m. And so by the he had to drop off, he or she, I don't know, had to drop off early because it was real late there, and that's one of the reasons that we decided we're going to do the stream at 2 p.m. because it gives the Europeans a chance to participate. So Europrop, welcome back. Good to see you again. Welcome. Everybody say hi to Europrop. I think it's great you collaborate with Matt so much. Yeah, well, it just works out. I mean, Matt's like a really cool guy, and we kind of challenge each other. Like, oh, did you see this? Oh no, let's do that. Or like I'll mention him like, oh, look what I saw today, and he goes, get that, we'll do that. So yeah, but even outside of that, you can have like a very, very interesting conversation with Matt for hours, especially like politics. I didn't know that he does too much politically on Reckless Eating and everything, but we've had some side conversations, political conversations and everything. They're really, really, really deep. So love working with Matt all the time. And the only reason that Matt doesn't participate in these is because they do like streaming is their business now. It's like that's the only way they make money. And so they'll do like 12-hour streams. I'm not prepared for that. So, the Spot in Carp, great burger too. The Spot in Carp. JD, you are bringing up all these places that I'm not familiar with. We're gonna have to fix that. The Spot in Carp. So okay, so speaking of carp, Julie, it says that you retracted a message. I would love to know what you put on there. So you mentioned Spot and Carp. This has nothing to do with burgers. It has to do with carp. So one of the most unusual things that I've eaten, and maybe not crazy unusual, but unusual from a seafood kind of place, is there's a place called Joe Tess's Place in Omaha, Nebraska, and their specialty is fried carp. So they do fried carp, which is a fish, and they do for some reason it's a lot like the rib meat or chicken breast with the ribs on it, and they cook it that same style. So they cook it like fried chicken, this fried carp. But the thing about carp is that the flesh is it's kind of maybe a little bit spongy. So the thing is when you bread it, batter it, bread it, fry it, whatever, is that you can't really tell the difference because it's all kind of spongy. So you got flavor going on there, you got unusual texture going on there, but fried carp is one of the most unusual seafood things that I've eaten in a restaurant. And not a lot of people eat carp because they consider it a garbage fish because it's a bottom dweller. They eat stuff on the bottom and everything. Unlike catfish, and a lot of people don't eat those. But carp, Joe Tess's Place, really good place for carp. If you happen to be, on an evening stroll and you find yourself in Omaha, Nebraska, check out Joe Tess's Place. Old guy in Colorado. Oh, old guy in Colorado. Yeah. So you post a lot of stuff on the Facebook page, but I don't think I've seen you on the live stream before. So welcome. It's good to see you. Did you know you look a little like John Lennon with those glasses? That was, it's funny you mentioned that. That's what I was trying for. So these are them's reading glasses. I needed reading glasses, and I was going for the John Lennon look. Now his are gold, and his have kind of the wraparound thing. I didn't go that far, but I was definitely going for the John Lennon look. So interesting of you to point that out. I think Julie, what do you call it? Julie says I look like Egon with the round glasses on. So Fat Burger is the bomb. Fat Burger is the bomb. I'm trying to remember. There was a burger place that I ate at in Denver that I'm trying to remember the name of it, but they have some like really unusual burgers, and it was really good. Let's see if I'll look that up. I'll see if I can remember what that one was. I want my fries like my soul, dark as hell and crunchy outside and damn near empty inside. I love you. Wow. Okay. Yeah. For poutine, it's really kind of weird because it's the soggy fries, the ones that are definitely twice fried and are almost like kind of greasy and soggy. They seem to work better soaking up that sauce because there's when you put that brown sauce or gravy on top of it. If they're too crisp, if the French fries are too crispy, they don't absorb any of that. So, wow. That's an excellent description. I would love to go into a French fry place that has a description: dark as hell, crunchy outside, and damn near empty inside. That's awesome. So, okay, speaking of French fries, and I don't know, you guys tell me if you've ever eaten there. There's one in the original one is in Boise, Idaho, and there's another one in Portland, Oregon. I don't know if they've opened other ones, but it's called Boise Fried Company, and their specialty is French fries or fries. Fried potatoes. That's their specialty. And so their motto is burgers on the side. So if you want, you can get a burger, but it's a side order to get a burger. Their big thing is fries. And what they do is you go in there and they have this board, and the board gives you, they may have like 6 different varieties of potatoes. So they might have like Okinawa Blue, Yukon Gold, Idaho Russet, all the different kinds of potatoes. And then next to it, they have, it's like a chart, and one will say curly fries, one will say shoestring fries, one will say, different ways of making different kinds of fries. And the idea is they'll put little check marks next to the potato to let you know which way is the best, because some potatoes don't lend themselves to, certain preparations. So you go in there, and again, they may have 6 different types of potatoes, and then they'll have different preparations of those. And so you go like, I'll have the Okinawa shoestring potatoes, and then they have like 12 dipping sauces, and the dipping sauces are free. So you just go up to the little bar, and you get all the like 12 dipping sauces in these little cups and everything, and you dip your fries and everything. So yeah, they have one called the bourgeois, and the bourgeois is fried in duck fat with black truffle salt. And Miss Trippy Food and I went. We were in Boise. We went in. We got a bag. So we're sitting in the car with a bag of these bourgeois fries from Boise Fry Company, and just like, just sitting in the car eating these fries. So if you get to Portland, Oregon, when they have one there, or Boise, where they're from, definitely try Boise Fry Company. The other thing that cracked me up, I'm trying to remember if we actually ate there or not in Boise. There's a place called the Pie Hole. That's a pizza place called the Pie Hole. I just think it's a funny name. Old guy in Colorado, I think he looks like Egon. Yeah, we did mention that. So the Spot is iconic. I feel like I've eaten at the Spot before. Remind me where that is. I think I have, but it must have been a long time, because I can't remember the Spot. Red Robin. Yeah, I like Red Robin. I like so I tried their unusual stuff. Like they did have they have like a ghost pepper burger. I can't remember exactly what they call it. It's a fiery ghost, I think is what they called it. And that's pretty good. But Red Robin's kind of hit and miss on some stuff. Like they have pickle chips. So if any of you never had pickle chips, well, there are the fried pickles. But they cut the pickle, and they fry the, what do you call that? A pickle medallion? I don't know what you would call that. Pickle chips, yeah. And the problem was I was eating them, and they tasted like fried oysters. And I like fried oysters, but not when it's a pickle, and it's supposed to taste like a pickle, and it tastes like a fried oyster. So yeah, some stuff they don't, some stuff they get wrong, and but I do like Red Robin. Red Robin, yum. They have a bunch of burgers. Yes, they do have a bunch of burgers, and they change it up every once in a while. So every once in a while, they add a different one on the menu and everything. Sort of like Killer Burger in Portland. They have a huge variety of different kinds of burgers and everything, and they change that up every once in a while. Or even Doghouse here. Doghouse, in addition to doing hot dogs, which is they're famous for, they also do burgers, and they have unusual burgers. Right now, they have one. It is a Tapatio burger, and I'm not sure what that's all about, but I got to go check that out. So I got to try the Tapatio burger at Doghouse. Whataburger, great too. Yes, Whataburger is great. The problem is, like from here, the closest one is in Arizona, and probably not even close in Arizona. So it's not like once you cross over in Blythe, there's a Whataburger right there. I think you have to get like over to the Phoenix area before you hit a Whataburger. But Whataburger is a burger place. It is really good. It's a good fast food burger. But back in the days when I lived in Austin, Texas, it was the go-to place for breakfast tacos. They made like really, really good breakfast tacos. So that was the go-to place. But yeah, Whataburger, big thumbs up. Wahlburgers is pretty good. Yes, Julie, you and I ate the Wahlburger. We ate the Wahlburgers where they actually film, or where they were filming their show. It's which Wahlberg is it? Mark Wahlberg's place, or Donnie Wahlberg's place? I can't remember. Or maybe it's all of them. I think there's one of the other brothers, and it's his place, but they all do it. Yes, the original location. And that was the one that's up by what's the place that has the Hilltop Cows? That Linfield Market or something like that? Is that the place that we were talking about? That where Wahlburgers is? But yeah, really good burger. They just opened one. Well, I say last year they opened one in on Sunset Boulevard, which I don't think it's Beverly Hills, so it might be like Hollywood, Beverly Hills, somewhere in that area. But they did open a Wahlburgers there. So a lot of people here in the LA area, you tell them, hey, they opened a Wahlburgers there, and they're like, who cares? It's an East Coast place. But But yeah, actually pretty good burgers. Maybe a little pricey. Maybe a little pricey. Hillbilly Select Reviews. This is so cool because Hillbilly Select Reviews. We subscribe to them on YouTube. They have a great channel. Watch it. They do coffee. They do beers and stuff like that. So they do a lot of like really cool reviews. But this is the first time that you've been on a live stream. So welcome. It's good to see you here. Yeah, pickles should not taste like oysters. I completely agree with you. But yeah, hey everybody, check out Hillbilly Select Reviews on YouTube. Definitely check them out. Just some really good reviews. Nice hot dog shout out. Yeah, well, Doghouse is pretty good. We did an episode. Matt and I did an episode at Doghouse, and that was, I want to say it was like 4 years ago, maybe even longer than that. Yeah, we did an episode at Doghouse. So we're due for another one because they have such a variety. You can go there like 8 different times and try something different. Doghouse also, one of the more recent ones we did is Dirt Dog, and there's one in Los Angeles. There's one in Pasadena. There may be more than that, but Dirt Dog, really good hot dogs as well. So again, remember from last time, hot dogs is my comfort food. I like the garlic fries at Red Robin. I don't think I've had the garlic fries at Red Robin. I just like the fact that I think with most hamburgers they have the bottomless fries. They give you in that little metal cup that has no thing on the bottom, and you just like tell them, yeah, I want more fries. Yeah, I want more fries. Yeah, I want more fries. They keep them coming. But they're like I think what most people would call steak fries, right? The big thick fries, like the ones they give you at Five Guys. So yeah, I do like the fact that you can get as many fries as you want at Red Robin. Like when you get one of the burgers, I don't think you have to get one of the signature burgers. I think in most cases they give you the bottomless fries. Well, the thing about ordering bottomless fries is I go in there and I say, now if I order the bottomless fries, do I have to leave my pants on? No? Okay. The original location. No, that was not the original, but we ate there too. We ate at 2 different Whataburgers? Oh, okay. All right. JD, you're saying Carpinteria, that was the spot in Carpinteria? It doesn't sound familiar to me, so maybe I haven't been there. So it looks like we got some road tripping to do. What was that hot dog place in Worcester? I want to say Frank's. Is that right? Frank's? I think it's called Frank's. Oh my God, that place is awesome. So there's this hot dog place in Worcester called Frank's. It's really old school. It looks like it's very old, and it looks like they haven't done anything since the 1950s or so. You know, it's all kind of wood, very dark inside, and there's just this kind of crew like throwing hot dogs together. So it's like your basic hot dog in a bun and everything, but it's cheap, and the hot dogs are so good. So, Julie, did you say yes? You're nothing but a bun. I think it's called Frank's Coney Island. I think if I'm not mistaken, or George's Coney Island. That's it. George's Coney Island in Worcester, Massachusetts. Awesome place to get hot dogs. Cheap, really good, basic hot dogs. Absolutely. Years ago, I lived in the Hayward area. Hayward, that's up in the like around Oakland, I think, right? There was a place called Giant Burger, huge everything. Are they still around? I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. There was a place in maybe either Beaverton or Portland called George's Giant Burger. And it wasn't just a catchy name. The burger was like this big, seriously, this big. George's Giant Burger. And I think I went on the last day when they were closing. So, but good burger. It truly is a giant burger. Also in Portland, Skyline Restaurant, and that place I think it's been around since the 1920s. They don't even know how long it's been around, but it's been around forever. And they do even their regular size burger is huge. And then what they do is they usually, when they give it to you, they cut it in half, which I try to avoid that. Like the cutting in half of burgers and things is probably not, I don't like that. But in this particular case, what happens is they load it up with stuff. And so when they cut it, it's like this strata, like there's cheese, there's lettuce, there's, you can see it going down there and everything. But Skyline Restaurant in Portland, Oregon. Awesome. Amazing. Love that place. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Brandon, which Brandon? like cousin Brandon. I don't. Do I know you personally, Brandon? Because I haven't seen you on here before. But welcome, everybody. Say hi to Brandon, and we'll figure out which one you are later. All right, cool. All right, so moving on. Oh, the room's filling up. We have 10 on. I was kind of hoping that that Bob would join, Bob Agnon, who was on last week's episode, because he and I were talking about Ray's Pizza in New York. So if you guys saw the movie Elf, in the movie Elf, Santa is telling Buddy the things that he should do and the things that he should avoid in New York. And so Santa tells Buddy, oh, and by the way, there's like 1,000 places called Ray's Pizza, but the one you want to go to is the one on 6th Avenue. And it's like, and as soon as he said that, I'm like, yes, that is the one. When I was 18 years old, I was working as a messenger for a printing company. And this is in Boston. And they sent me to New York. I had to deliver some boxes. So basically it was on the plane. And that was my luggage. And I brought the boxes of printed stuff on the plane. And then the guy from the New York office was going to pick that stuff up, pick me up, pick that stuff up, drive back to the office, and then drive me back to the airport. Because they had a shuttle that went back and forth every hour or so. So after he picks it up, he goes, hey, you got time. He says, how would you like to go and have the best pizza you'll ever have in your life? And I'm like, I'm 18 years old. I'm like, yeah, of course. So he takes me to Ray's Pizza, and it was that Ray's Pizza that he took me to. And it was absolutely amazing. And so after that, every time I went to New York, I would get Ray's Pizza. I would go Ray's Pizza. So the one time Claudia, Mrs. Trippy Food, she and I went to New York, and we went to Ray's Pizza. And she says, what do you want? And I said, get 2 slices of Ray's Famous. She says, okay. So I see them putting like 4 slices of pizza in the oven. I'm like, what are you doing? And she says, I got you 2 slices of Ray's Famous. And I'm like, no. Just 2 slices of Ray's Famous. One for you and one for me. She goes, is that going to be enough? I'm like, trust me, it's going to be enough. And the pizza, they would put it over like it would cover 2 paper plates, this big thing. And they put the cheese on there, and all the ingredients melted into the cheese. And it was amazing. So it was like my favorite New York place to go in New York for pizza. So around 2011, they closed, and they were closed for about a year or so. And then I think it was some other pizza place in the meantime, maybe reopened at some other place in the meantime, and then they closed. So the original owner of Ray's opened up another pizza place, and they call it Original Rayos. I'm not sure how that's pronounced, R-A-I-O. And who is the original owner of Ray's, but he reopened it, and he didn't want to call it Ray's because he didn't want there to be confusion by, of which one it was. But they were only open so the last time I was on here, I was saying, oh, but they reopened and it's a new place and we have to go check it out and see if it's like the old place. But unfortunately, it was an old article I was reading, and they closed again in 2013. Yeah, 2013 they closed, and now it's a Chinese restaurant. So unfortunately, no more Ray's Pizza. But yeah. Is everybody stopped talking, or is this thing stopped moving? I wonder. Let's see. Oh, because I have top chat selected, and I don't want top chat. I wanted live chat selected. And let's see if a bunch of other stuff pop in there. Okay. I apologize if I missed some stuff because I had top selected and not live. So my apologies. If I did miss something and I didn't mention something that you guys put there, or I didn't answer a question, let me know. All right, cool. Well, Julie, I know you were listening, but if you posted something that I needed to answer, I didn't see it. I think I got yours. I see everything of it. That's why you missed my comment. You're actually right, Terry. Put it out again. You want to put another one out there, Terry? Redo your comment, or I could see. I can't even look. I can't even go back and look for it because it only shows me what was already done. So Terry, please put your comment back down there, and then we'll address that. The hair thing, I'm starting to get this thing where it's falling in my face and everything because it's getting way too long. I call it my COVID hair. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think like today, I'm kind of channeling that that Andrew Jackson look, which kind of pisses me off a little bit. If you got a $20 bill, take that out, take a look at it. Let me know if that's what you think's going on here. But yeah, we got to do something about that. We need to go get a French dip next time. Yes, we were going to do that. Old guy in Colorado. We were going to do that last time you were here, and for some reason, I don't remember what it was. You had to cancel. I think there was something happened where you had to cancel last minute and you couldn't get down here or something. But yes, when you come down here, we are going to go, because I have to go back to Philippe's, because somebody had suggested. Let me find that, because I write all this stuff down so I remember. Robert Gillen suggested that we try the Philippe's Originals chocolate cream pie. So we have to go back and do that. So if you're here, we'll do that. You let me know when you get back, and we'll go and do that. Last meal is Wagyu beef. Yeah. How would you want that Wagyu beef? Which grade? Which cut? And how would you like that prepared? For me, if it was going to be Wagyu beef, like I said, I think, Terry, you might have even been on this when we talked about Wagyu before, because my friend Anshu, who has Exotic Meat Market, he does Wagyu beef, and he brought some out. It was like grade 7 Wagyu beef. And I don't remember what cut it was, but he asked me if we wanted to cook it, and I'm like, no, we'll eat it sashimi style. It was really good. Buzz it, Claudia will kill you. Yes, she will. That's one of the reasons that it's still, well, two of the reasons that it's long. One is I don't know if I trust the places that cut hair right now, or they're not open. And the other one is she likes it long. So, we'll see. Great hair, Val. Well, it's what it is. So as long as we can keep it tame. Some mornings I wake up and I look like, Al Sharpton or Doc Brown, it's just like crazy. But yes, love pie sounds good. Yeah. Let's talk about pie. What's your favorite pie? We didn't talk about pie before, and pie is it's one of those comfort things and everything. So we did talk about apple pie, because somebody had mentioned a Julian Dutch apple pie with cheddar cheese, which it's all right in my book. But that's not apple is not everybody's favorite pie. I would think, and let me think about what my favorite pie is. I like savory pies. I like, and I don't know if this counts, but like Guinness and steak pie. But I don't know if that really counts as a pie. It's kind of like a chicken pot pie, that kind of thing. Does that count? If that counts, that's what I like. The Guinness steak pie. It's my go-to. But if not, and we're talking about fruit pies and stuff, let me know, and I'll come up with something else. I mean, pumpkin, you can't go wrong with pumpkin. Keep the hair. You've got that, I think you mean mature rocker going on. Yeah. All right. I don't quite have the mature rocker thing that I have going on that I did back in the 80s when my hair was like down to here and I had a mustache. But still, yeah, okay. Keep the hair. We'll keep it going. And if you get, like, next time you guys look at it and go, Val, time for a haircut, then we'll think about it. But if you guys are okay with it, we'll leave it. You guys are the ones that have to look at it. I don't. I mean, I have to look at it right now because I'm looking into the camera. But yeah, I don't have to look at it on a regular basis. What's the magic word? Key lime. Yeah, key lime's good. Key lime's good. Key lime's kind of be like if they do like a Jello key lime pie. Not crazy about that and everything, but real honest to goodness key lime pie. Yeah, pretty good actually. Highest grade and blue. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you don't want to cook Wagyu very long, because you do, it just melts away because it's really heavily marbled. Buffalo Bill. I did look like Buffalo Bill. I don't look like Buffalo Bill so much now. But hello, fellow. Hey, Stoner Kitchen. There was something I wanted to ask you. Stoner Kitchen. What was that? Hang on. Bear with me. Don't go away. Like you'd go anywhere. Right. So you, Dave, you suggested some collaborations, right? So one of the ones you suggested was Ian Kiner from Peep This Out, and I checked out his channel, and he's on, right? And he seems to do good reviews. He seems focused on fast food, but that's okay because we can do something. So I don't know if it would be something like I would go on his channel, he would go on my channel. We do a collab where we're doing one of each or something. If you know him, let me know how to get in touch with him because I mean I can send him an instant message or something, but we'll see how that goes. He has something like 12,000 subscribers, something like that. I don't have quite as many, but I don't offer people subscribers. I just offer people like a chance to, hey, come on the channel and let people know who you are and everything. And maybe they'll pick up some of my 3,000 or so subscribers. But yeah, would love to do something with him. But then you had also mentioned Alan Borgen and Trisha Jansen from Feed Me 411. And I watched that show. And so Alan is like hardcore, like old school, like foodie type person, like really knowledgeable, like the kind of guy like you would have him like judge food contests and stuff. Really knowledgeable. The problem is it doesn't seem like, maybe I'm looking in the wrong place, but on their YouTube channel, it didn't look like they've posted anything for 3 years. So correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe I was looking at a different page or something, but it didn't look like they'd done anything for 3 years. And so are they still active? Are they still doing stuff? Let me know. But both good channels, so yeah, that was Peep This Out and Feed Me 411, both good channels. Subscribe to both of those. Hello. Okay. Boysenberry pie. Boy, I've had boysenberry jam. I don't know if I had boysenberry pie, but it sounds good. Lemon meringue is great. Yeah. So I don't know if it's still around, but they used to have this pie filling called Mighty Fine, which was MY-T-Fine. Mighty Fine. But it was just like, hey, that's mighty fine. A mighty fine pie filling. And maybe lemon was the only, I don't know if lemon was the only one they had, but lemon was the one that they used to have advertisements for. And don't look for it because, like, I'm talking about when I was a kid, like, back in the days when I used to ride my Mastodon to school. But they used to have this commercial for Mighty Fine lemon pie. And in the commercial, you just see this guy's face, and all of a sudden, this hand comes out with a pie and goes in his face. It's a lemon pie, and he goes, "That's a mighty fine lemon pie." So yeah, lemon meringue's good. Banana cream, emerald banana cream. So is that different than a standard banana cream? Because like banana cream pie is the one you have to put Nilla wafers in, right? I mean, it's like it's not a banana cream pie until you put the Nilla wafers in it. Is that right, JD? Got to have the Nilla wafers for banana cream pie. I don't know if emerald does it different. Maybe like when he's putting the Nilla wafers in it, he's going bam. I don't know. That must have been really loud in your ear. I apologize for that, because I can't hear what that sounds like, but it could have been very loud in your ear. And if so, my apologies. Coconut pie. Yeah, Terry. Coconut pie is good. I like one that's like kind of toasted on the top. And I think they maybe use corn syrup or something on the top. And then you have that shredded coconut on the top, and it's kind of like golden brown. And it's kind of crispy. That's pretty good. The only thing I always remember about coconut cream pie is on Gilligan's Island, where Marianne used to make coconut cream pie for Gilligan, and I'm just figuring out like how are you making a stove? Like, how are you making a pie? Whatever. Like, what are you using for pie crust? Is there wheat on the island? But then you have to think way too much about it, and you have to think, why is it that the professor could make a car and a washing machine, but he couldn't make a boat? So, yeah, I try not to think about those things too much. Just made super crispy panko fried chicken. Yeah, I like panko for breading. It's good breading. Made super crispy panko fried chicken and pairing it with some Kraft pineapple cider. Ooh, chicken, pineapple. Yeah, perfect. At the county fairs, and maybe this is a regular Hawaiian thing. I don't know, but they take a pineapple and they cut it in half, and then they kind of hollow it out a little bit. They take you can't eat the core anyways, right? So they take that inedible part of the core out, and then they put like grilled shrimp, grilled chicken and stuff. So Chicken Charlie's had a separate one. They were calling Pineapple Express, I think is what they were calling it. And now I think they just do the whole thing as Chicken Charlie's. But they would do those pineapples cut up with like chopped pineapple and chopped, grilled meats and stuff in there. Like was really good. It probably is not a traditional Hawaiian thing, but it was good. So yeah, that the combination of pineapple and meat, unless you're putting pineapple on a pepperoni pizza, in which case I don't want to talk to you. Emeralds in Vegas. Oh, okay. But what is the difference between Emerald's banana cream pie and like any other banana cream pie? Is there a difference, or like is he doing it differently, or is it just it's just a really good banana cream pie? They still do Pineapple Express at the Bigger Fair. Yeah, they do. But like one of the last ones I went to, and I remember, I think it was the L.A. County Fair, is like it wasn't really called Pineapple Express. It was just like another booth of Chicken Charlie's. So, but Chicken Charlie's, I don't know if we talked about this before, but Chicken Charlie's is like my go-to. Whenever I go to any of the fairs, it's like I always go to Chicken Charlie's and go, what do you got new? What's new? Because for me, that's like always they always get the best new thing. The only exception to that was in San Diego. They had it was a ramen burrito. That was kind of dry. Didn't really like it that much. But last year, their buffalo chicken chimichanga, outstanding. I mean, it's crap and it's so bad for you, but it's also so good. It's like, you'll die happy. It's a West Coast place. Yes, it is a West Coast place. It is a West Coast place, definitely. It's just a really good pie, not too sweet. Oh, I'll have to try that. I need to get back to Vegas. There's a couple of things that I want to do in Vegas, especially some. I need to do more roadside attraction things. I need to do more, road trip things, because lately everything's been closed, so we haven't been able to do that. But I like to represent those things. And there's a couple in the Vegas area that I want to do, and so we're going to do that soon. No fair. So speaking of fair, how is that? Like, I think, Julie, you've probably been to the Topsfield Fair, right? So how is that? I don't know if you've ever been to a West Coast county fair, or even a state fair, but I'm just wondering how that's different. Like are the East Coast ones like the Topsfield Fair? Do they do like a lot of pumpkin-y stuff? Like, how is it different? They're not gonna have a Chicken Charlie's again, because Chicken Charlie's is based in San Diego, so you're not gonna have a lot of. You won't have anything like Chicken Charlie's, but you might have some similar kinds of food. So what kind of odd, unusual foods do you find at the fairs in like New England? All right. Black bottom pie. Black bottom pie. Black bottom pie, you make this rockin' world go round. I don't know that I've ever had a black bottom pie. I will have to check that out. I'm guessing the black bottom is chocolate, maybe, but I'll have to check it out. Turkey legs, chowders, and bread bowls. Yeah, that's common. That's chowder. You are in New England, but they do chowder and bread bowls out here too, and maybe not at the fair. I don't remember seeing a lot of chowder and bread bowls at the fairs, but there's a lot of places out here that do chowders and bread bowls. So cider, everything. Yeah, cider donuts, right? Because cider donuts are big out there, and they don't really do cider donuts out here so much. The Topsfield Fair, though, is in October. Most of the fairs out here are in the summer, or are like August at the latest. Maybe I think the LA County Fair might be going to early September, but yeah, out Topsfield Fair I think is like October, and so it's always brisk and cool, leaves falling, nice hot cider. Yeah, I gotta get out there. Usually chili and bread bowls out here. I haven't seen them, but yeah, probably that makes sense. And they do some New England clam chowder and bread bowls here too. Like if you go to Boudin, I think, is it a Boudin? Maybe I'm saying that right. I think in San Francisco. So it's like right there by Fisherman's Wharf. It's in that little island there where the parking lot is, and that's a cool place to go, because you can watch them making the bread, and then they had this conveyor thing on a basket, probably just for tourists, that brings the bread out from the factory, and then they do the chowder and bread bowls in the sourdough bread bowl. We'll do an episode there too. That's definitely one we're going to have to cover in a Trippy Food episode as well. Yes, do more roadside attractions. I would not have known about Casa de Fruta. No, you are actually spelling. I think it's not fruta with an I. It's just Fruta. So I'm glad you brought that up. And Julie, you're going to start laughing at this one because Julie was telling me that she was watching that episode, but she was watching it with the subtitles on. And when I said Casa de Fruta, the subtitle said Casa de Puta. And I don't know how many of you out there speak Spanish, but it makes it really funny. But maybe not nice. Maybe not nice, but really funny. So yes, Julie was watching it with the subtitles on, and it said Casa de Puta. So yeah, old guy in Colorado. Sounds like you speak Spanish. Meat on a stick at the Texas fairs, like the Gator Alley stole. She did steal that. That was at the Pecan Street Festival that they used to have on 6th Street in Austin. So there was a booth that had like, you know, Cajun Gulf Coast kind of stuff, and one of the things they had was alligator on a stick. And the cool thing about the alligator on a stick, it was not breaded and fried. It was, I think might be grilled. So there's chunks of alligator meat, and they would give it to you in this wooden stick on a skewer. And so I was down there, and my younger daughter Allie was down there, was with me, and I was talking to somebody, and I had the alligator on a stick. She goes, "Dad, can I try that?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I handed her the stick. I don't know if I was holding on to it and I just handed it to her so she could take a piece of the alligator off, or I handed her the whole stick. I don't remember either way. So I'm talking to somebody, and then I turn over, I bring the stick back to get a piece of the alligator, and there's no more alligator left on the stick. She really liked it, and she ate all my alligator on a stick. I think she was maybe like 6 years old or something like that, and she ate all my alligator on a stick. So yeah, exactly like that, Julie. That caption got it wrong. That caption got it way wrong. But yeah, it was. Maybe it made the episode more interesting. You know, but old guy in Colorado. Did you like that episode? Did you like that Casa de Fruta? The thing is like if you're going to if you're coming from LA and you're going to not like San Francisco, you want to go a different way to go to San Francisco. But if you're going to like the valley, Silicon Valley, you're going to San Jose, or you're going someplace close to that, then you're going to want to go over. I don't remember exactly which highway it is that cuts over there, but there's really nothing there. And then Casa de Fruta is kind of like in the. It's kind of between Gilroy on the 101, and I say the 101. California people know what I'm talking about when I say the 101. For everybody else, it's US 101. So it's the road that goes between I-5 and US 101 in Gilroy, and right in the middle there, I think it's Hollister. Hollister is the name of the city, and there's this place Casa de Fruta, and they have fruit, a place you can buy fruit, nuts, and all kinds of snacks and stuff. Huge place. And they have restaurants there, and they have peacocks running around, and they have a little train that goes through there, and a merry-go-round and everything. And it's like it's a really cool place to stop on the way because, like I said, other than that, there's a whole lot of nothing out there. So yeah, Casa de Fruta. Saturday beer. Thank you for reminding me, Stoner Kitchen. It's time to crack open our Saturday beer because we're an hour in now. I waited too long. So Stoner Kitchen, our Saturday beer is Sapporo Premium Beer. Now, here's the thing that scares me about Sapporo Premium Beer. I haven't had this before. JD, I think you said you've had it. Yeah, beer time. It is beer time. And you're doing a German beer. Which German beer are you having, JD? Please post that. So this is Sapporo Premium Beer. This beer was like about $2.50. So premium might mean something different in Japan than here, but we're going to try this Sapporo Premium Beer. So again, Julie gets to rate my pour. Julie, you were a bartender at one point in time, correct? That's correct. I think you were a bartender, and that's why you know how to pour. So, and what they tell me that this Sapporo Premium Beer is very similar to an American lager. So, if that means anything to anybody. I've had it. It's like a Bud Light Platinum. Oh, that's scary. All right. Well, we'll give it a shot. Yes, at Lone Star. That's right. That's what I thought. All right, here we go. And it's going all over the desk. I should have got napkins. Oh, well. No biggie. Maybe I don't have to be particular about this. It doesn't seem very foamy. It doesn't seem like it has much of a head. A lot of bubbles. That's good. I like bubbles. This is much different than the other stuff that we've had, because you remember we've had kind of red beers and then stouts and porters that are really dark, and this one is not. I know. Sorry about that. Just apologizing to Julie, my bartending skills or lack thereof. All right, here we go. Look at that. Amber color. Nice. Smells like beer. I mean, it smells like that generic beer smell. It has that generic beer smell. Okay, cheers, everybody. Cheers. It tastes like a domestic beer. There's nothing special going on here at all. I was hoping because it was Japanese that there'd be something, maybe like durian flavored or something, but it's like a domestic beer. It's not as bad as Corona, but yeah, I guess they're correct when they say it tastes like an American lager. It tastes like Bud Light Platinum. Yeah, I have a tendency to agree with you, Storm Kitchen. So yeah, I'll drink this. It's kind of refreshing. Lots of bubbles in it, which is nice. But this is not like a two-time beer. It's like something you'd buy again. Last import I tried reminded me of old socks. What did you drink that reminded you of old socks? Because there's some good imports. Like the other stuff that we've had on this show. On the live stream, we did a let's see. Okay, so it was a Mexican style beer, but it was North Coast Brewery. So, and they're not. It's not an import, but we did do a Ukrainian beer, and I think we did a Russian beer, and I don't remember what else we did, because this is our 6th episode, our 6th live stream. I don't remember what the other ones were. I'll have to go back and take a look. If you guys remember, let me know. We've done a beer every episode. It's a good beer to wash down some crappy Cantonese late night. Yeah, or some like weird ass snacks. So I might crack open the snacks to get a thirst so that I can wash it down with this crappy beer. It's not a crappy beer. Okay, so you guys are going to want like the thumb, right? I'm going to say thumbs in the middle, trending down. So it's a very average beer. It's not terrible. It's not like skunk urine. But then again, it's not like something that you go like, ooh, that is good. So yeah, thumbs in the middle, maybe trending down a little bit, because to me it's less like another beer. I should have known, because I paid like about $2.50 for that big can, for something that fills up a mug, $2.50. So I should have kind of known that, or check to see if they have it at the dollar store. Nice pour. Yeah, JD, you think it's a nice pour. However, Julie, who was a bartender, did not give me a big thumbs up on the pour. So I think it has to do with the fact that I dribbled all over the desk. So yeah, I got points off for that. It's okay. Some cheap import from Canada, except Labatt's Blue, because Labatt's Blue is really good. But I don't know if you can get Labatt's Blue in the United States. It might be something you can only get in Canada. Do you know if that's the case? Who we have a Canadian on here. Who's our Canadian? Terry. Yeah, Terry. You are you still there, Terry? If you are, join in on that. Terry. Maybe Terry's gone. But yeah, Labatt's Blue in Canada is a good beer. And it's different than the Labatt's you get here. If you get a chance, try Belhaven Black. For me, it's like Guinness, but better. That's going to happen. Yes, Terry, you are saying that Labatt's Blue is good and that you can't get Labatt's Blue here. Is that right? Is that the yes? Is that what the yes for? Me, I'm Canadian. Lynn, okay. So chime in, Lynn, please. Labatt's Blue. Chime in on Labatt's Blue. What's your take on Labatt's Blue? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. available only there. I think I saw it in Montreal. I don't know if it's like all over Canada, but I know you get Labatt's Blue in Montreal. You can get it in Buffalo, New York. Well, that makes sense. It's just right over the lake from there. But Lynn and Terry, Terry, you're saying yes that I was correct, but how do you like the beer? How do you like Labatt's Blue? Blue is across Canada. Good beer. Yeah. I thought so too, but like I drank it in Canada. Canada, it's so funny because when you go to some of the major cities in Canada that are just over the border, they're very similar to like large American cities, but in some aspects, looks wise, they're very similar, and then in some ways they're so vastly different. Average. Okay, so Terry, what do you recommend for a Canadian beer? Because then, maybe next week we'll do a Canadian beer. We'll also have to go out and see and find a good Canadian beer. So Terry, if you can make a recommendation, Terry and Lynn, make a recommendation for a good Canadian beer, we'll go out and we'll see if we can find that and do it for the show next week. If it's available. Labatt's. Yeah, but JD, that's we're speaking from from an American standpoint and everything. So I really want the Canadians to chime in here and recommend a good Canadian beer. Wait, you can get it here. Keats. I have not heard of Keats. I will look for Keats. Is there? Do they only do like one kind, like a lager, or do they have different different? What do you call that? Types of beer, like a porters, stouts, IPA, stuff like that. What do you call that? Variety? Wait, you can get it here. Which one? Labatt's Blue? Seriously? Yo, DJ, what's up? Welcome, everybody. My grandson Dallas is online on the thing. My grandson Dallas is here. So everybody say hello to Dallas, or DJ as I like to call him. And I hope he likes me calling him that, because I've been doing it for all of his life, all of his very young life. You can tell how crappy a beer is by tasting it room temperature. You're absolutely right. And I like to drink beer room temperature for that very reason, because if you drink a good beer at room temperature, there's nothing wrong with that, right? One of the telltale signs that you may not be drinking a good beer is if it says serve chilled, serve cold. And that's the same for wine. That's the same for any alcoholic beverage. If it says serve cold or serve chilled, that there's a reason why you have to do it. So you're absolutely right, Stoner Kitchen. Room temperature, like especially for British ales and beer, European beers, German beers, room temperature is the way to go on those. You lose the flavor the colder you make it. So yeah, you're absolutely right, Stoner Kitchen. DJ, you are back and welcome. So good to see you back. So again, say hi. Yeah, there's Janice says hi. Everybody saying hello. Okay. And DJ, Papa's on the line. Papa's on here too. So say hi to Papa. It is Papa. Yeah, there we go. Okay, everybody's saying hi. This is again. Well, I like to say we're like one big family, but in some cases we actually are family. So this is cool. All right, time to crack open one of the snacks, don't you think? All right, so I'll do the thing where I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. So we have Royal Crown Royal. Crown Royal. Why am I thinking Crown Royal was like a soda? Royal Crown is a soda. Never mind. Okay, Crown Royal is Canadian above average, but Crown Royal is also a whiskey, isn't it? I think. JD, great show. Oh, thank you for helping to make it a great show and being interactive, and it helps to make it a great show. The thing about German beer is it's not pasteurized like American beer. Well, that probably explains why American beer tastes so crappy. Maybe we'll try to do. I'm going to try to find a Colombian beer, but it's hard to find here. Colombian beer is hard to find here, but Canadian whiskey, yes, that's what I like. Canadian whiskey. Also from Canada, I think we talked about this before, is maple wine. Love maple wine. A good maple wine. All right, so here's what we got. We got Hot Nuts Fuego Double Crunch. It's going to be loud. I don't know what else it's going to be. But they actually got this at Ralph's, which is a Kroger store. But you can find like the regular hot nuts at the dollar store. And then we have our Jack and Jill roller coaster potato rings, cheddar cheese flavored potato snacks. And it doesn't say that it's hot or spicy. And then we have our Deep River Snacks Zesty Jalapeno. Nice packaging. I'm thinking maybe these are going to taste good, but who knows? Sometimes and these are from Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. What do you want? What do you want me to eat first? Do you want me to eat the hot nuts? You want me to eat the jalapeno chips from Deep River, or do you want me to eat the roller coaster potato rings? So I will wait and have another sip of this mediocre beer. You want to try a unique German beer? Try Schlenkerla Marzen. It's a smoked beer. That sounds good. I've also tried some chili beers, which is like hot. Or beers with chili in it. There's one called Calapulli, which is I think it's from Calapulli, or Calapulli Creek is this place in Oregon. I don't know the name of the city. There might be a city called Calapulli as well. But they do a chili beer that's really, really good. There was a Trader Joe's beer that had chili in it that was really good as well. But there's one called Cave Creek. And what Cave Creek tastes like is like somebody took a bottle of Corona and stuck a jalapeno in it and just let it sit there, and it was kind of nasty. So if you decide to try a chili beer, I recommend against Cave Creek. But if you see any of the other ones, yeah, definitely. I think they have bits of real roller coaster. They might, or it might taste like being on a roller coaster. Like the thing where the bile comes up, maybe tastes like that. We'll see. I'm still waiting for you. Hot nut. Okay, Lynn says hot nuts. Chris says jalapeno because he likes those. He likes this particular brand of chips, or he likes jalapeno chips. Because I haven't seen this brand before. This was something I just saw, and I like. I've had like what is the one? Tim's Cascade. They do. My favorite that I've had so far, jalapeno chips, are Tim's Cascade. Those are really good, and they're from Washington State. But I haven't seen these before. So. Ask Chris if this particular brand he's had and likes those. Yes, those. Oh, this brand. Okay. Hot nut. Everybody ever try beer cheese soup? Yes, I do. I have, and it's really good. I really like it. Beer cheese soup. Yeah, excellent. Hard to find, but if you can find it, yeah, I love beer cheese soup. And the thing is like you got to eat that have that with bread, where you dip in the bread in the beer cheese soup and everything. Yeah. Thumbs up on that. You need to get Sean from Reckless Eating on because he's moving far away. Yes, he is. I think he's already moved to Nashville. I think we've had Sean on before. Go back about 2 or 3 weeks, and we did some vegan snacks, and he's on that episode. And he's pretty drunk on it, so it makes it a fun, interesting episode. But yeah, we've had Sean. I think we also had Sean on. Maybe we had Sean on in one of the county fair ones, but I think maybe I was on one with him on Reckless Eating, but maybe he didn't do a crossover on our channel. But yeah, like having Sean on. We've done it before. Eat the spicy chip. So I got hot nuts, spicy chips. We need a tiebreaker here. So I got two for the jalapenos, and 2 for the hot nuts, and none for the potato rings. So I need a tiebreaker. I need somebody to either break the tie, or maybe 3 for the roller coaster potato snacks. He says as he has another sip. Jalapeno chips, hot nuts. Okay, so that's 2 for jalapeno chips and 1 for hot nuts. So jalapeno chips wins. So we'll start with the jalapeno nuts, the jalapeno chips. Flip a coin. Do I have a coin? I may not have a coin. But it's okay, because I think now we have a consensus, and we have more on the chips. We have 1 more on the chips. So we'll start with the chips, and then since hot nuts was number 2, we'll do no hots number 2, and then we'll do the potato rings last. So here we go. Deep River Snacks from Atlanta, Georgia. opening the bag upside down because I'm taking my time this time and remembering to do that. I was expecting more of a jalapeno smell. It's really not there. Here, have a look at those. I think they're kettle style chips, which is crunchier. Here we go. Not a lot of heat first bite. And there's pictures of salt on the outside, but they're not overly salty. Nice potato flavor. Oh, sneaky jalapeno. There it is. Comes in from behind. But it doesn't go to the throat. It stays in the tongue. It's got a kick, but it's a sneaky kick. It comes in later. Those are pretty good. Some of the other ones, like Tim Cascades, almost has a kind of vinegary taste to it. These don't. I don't know if they have. Yeah, now I'll turn it upside down to read the ingredients and end up with chips on my lap. But these are interesting because you expect them to be salty. There's not a lot of salt on them. Nice. I like these. These are going to get a thumbs up from me. And again, so even if you've had them, like you've taken 2 or 3 of them, taken a bite of it, and then you get that build, that jalapeno heat build, which is a nice heat. It's not crazy heat. It's not like, if you're kind of a lightweight with spicy stuff, you can probably handle it. DJ, I would not recommend that you try these. And then it builds, it kicks you, and then it kind of goes away, and then you eat it again, and then it builds and kicks and goes away. So big thumbs up for this. Big thumbs up. Oh, another thing I wanted to show you guys is, I don't remember if it was last week or the week before, we talked about biodegradable utensils. And there was a brand, I can't remember the name of the brand right now, that they had at the Kroger stores. It was a biodegradable one. So I got takeout from a Thai restaurant, and they put this in the bag, and it's called potato ware, trademark potato ware, and the cutlery, the napkin, and the bag itself are made from potato. The whole thing is biodegradable. Jalapeno. That one hit the throat. Not. And it's called potato ware, so you guys can look it up. Potato ware. And yeah, the whole thing, plastic bag, not plastic bag, but the bag, the silverware, and the napkin, all biodegradable and apparently made with potatoes. So here's another one. I guess I should open this up because you guys wanted to know how that other one did have a taste to it, right? So let's do that. A little late, Julie. Either that or there's lag time here. So I would have been dead already by the time. Julie's asking if I'm okay. Apparently I am. Can you eat them? We're going to try. Here we go. Well, you can't like take a bite of them, It has the same texture as plastic. Yeah, Janice, you're absolutely right. The ones we showed last time were corn-based, but these are potato-based, which is different. No taste. So like even for me, like if I'm eating with silverware, silverware, I don't think it has a taste per se, but I think what it does is it there's some sort of like electrical thing that goes on. So it's kind of like it almost has that sensation or taste. It's a calmer taste of like putting a 9-volt battery on your tongue to see if it's still live, but kind of more dull than that. So I think when you put like a silver utensil in your mouth, there's that. I don't know if it's a chemical reaction or electrical reaction or something, and I think that's what happens there. And so like I don't like eating with silverware because, like I said, it gets that metallic kind of taste, like that kind of electrical thing happening there, and I don't dig that. So yeah, it's like putting a plastic. There's no taste coming off of it. Good deal. Biodegradable. All right, there's another one. Also, they put this in the bag, and I'm looking at this, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. Obviously, if I go to read there's so much going on here, but it is soy sauce. This is a packet of soy sauce, but there's a lot going on here. Like it says 4-in-1, and I don't know if 4-in-1 means 4 kinds of soy sauce in one package. And then the other thing is I'm looking at it and it said year of the dog 2018, and I'm like, oh, they gave me old soy sauce on that packet, but this packet says year of the fowl. Okay, because I don't think they want to say year of the cock, or year of the rooster, or year of the chicken. Year of the fowl 2029. So they're like, don't eat this till 2029. I don't know. Can't figure it out. Okay, so in the interest of time, because we have like just about a half an hour left, we're going to go with the hot nuts. And these are, again, Barcel Double Crunch Hot Nuts Fuego Hot Chili Pepper and Lime Artificially Flavored Double Crunch Peanuts. I don't know what a double crunch peanut is. Like the last ones we did last time, were they single crunch peanuts? I don't know. Yeah, Julie. He said hot nuts. All right, here we go. No smell. It's okay. And they look like angry red balls. Julie, no comment? See that? Angry red balls. All right, here we go. This has that like that flaming hot powder all over it. A lot of it. So this tastes like flaming hot, crunchy nuts. So much to take in there. And maybe I'll have to go back and revisit Flamin' Hot Cheetos. But it's almost like a chemical heat. It's almost like a chemical taste. There's some like sour, like almost vinegariness to it. Vinegariness. But it tastes kind of artificial. They have a milder Taki seasoning. Yeah, kind of like those Takis we had last week. I thought it was corn nuts. No, because corn nuts are corn. They're corn kernels. And these are peanuts covered with a coating, with like I'm gonna say candy coating. And that's that flaming red powder. I don't know. You're okay. Oh, you know what? That vinegary taste, that it was the acid, the citric acid from the lime. That's what that is. It doesn't taste like lime. You just get that acid. So, yeah, I don't know. It comes in the middle. It's okay. You get that, like I said, get that sourness, that powdery, Flamin' Hot Cheetos kind of powderiness, and that's just all right. So, yeah, comes in the middle. It is artificial heat. It does taste like artificial. Like an extract, you mean? Like some kind of extract or some kind of chemical heat. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Janice. That's kind of what it is. You don't get any flavor like any kind of pepper that you can mention. It's like not like scorpion or ghost or jalapeno or Anaheim or anything like that. It just tastes like chemical heat. Yeah. So thumbs in the middle, maybe going down. Whichever is hottest. Love when you're in spice coma. Yeah, that's a popular thing. Either that or the heat hot stuff. As Julie will attest, the heat hot stuff, or the when I turn bright red and I can't talk and I start sweating from the eyes and stuff. So yeah, hey, whatever's entertaining. Nice shade of lipstick. Yeah, it's that red powder all over my lips. Have you tried a Reaper on this channel, Stoner Kitchen? Yes, I have. I've tried it several ways. One of the very, very early episodes, I did a capsaicin extract. And I want to say it was 9 million. That was pretty hot. And then I did an episode where I had a Carolina Reaper and I was testing remedies for the Carolina Reaper. And so it was a fresh Carolina Reaper. I chewed it for 60 seconds. So Jeff was filming at the time. He says, just chew that for 60 seconds and then spit it out. And I'm like, no, I can swallow it. He goes, no. He said, it will introduce you to a world of hurt that you don't want to visit. And so I chewed it for 60 seconds and I spit it out, but I couldn't talk because I don't know if like something swelled up in the back of my throat or anything. I was like, I couldn't talk. I was like, oh no. And I had like, what did I have? I had buttermilk. I had lemon juice or lemons. Yeah, lemons, pickles and pickle juice, peanut butter, bread, rice, Hershey bar. I did a couple of other things too. And so the first thing I went with was the one where they tell you helps the most is the buttermilk, right? So I grabbed the buttermilk. There's like a little shot glass full of buttermilk, and I'm drinking it, and I'm like, doesn't help. It doesn't help. So you'll enjoy that one because that's like that capsaicin coma they were talking about. And then another one I did was at Salvador Molly's in Portland, Oregon, where they had a Carolina Reaper Ball Challenge. So they had this thing. We did 2 episodes there. The first one we did was their Great Balls of Fire Challenge, which was a habanero fritter, and it had like 4 or 5 habaneros chopped up in that, and you have to eat all 4. They're about that big. You have to eat about 4. You have to eat 5 of those and the sauce. And we did it with Jason Moreno from Portland. I think he's in San Francisco now, but he did the JMO's Dirty Mo sandwich, which is the Italian dinner in a sandwich. So he did that with me, and we both did the 5, and we ate it, and was like, yeah, okay, cool. We did that. So then when they did the Carolina Reaper Ball Challenge, they called me up and they said, hey, do you want to come down and do this challenge? And the way the new challenge works is they give you 2 of the Great Balls of Fire because they don't know what your tolerance is for it, right? They give you 2 of the Great Balls of Fire, and if you can't eat the Great Balls of Fire, they won't give you the Carolina Reaper. They have to sign a waiver, of course. And so I did that, and then I ate. They give you 3. They're bigger, the Carolina Reaper balls, and I don't want to spoil it for you. I want you to enjoy the madness. So afterwards, look for those 2 episodes. Look for the Carolina Reaper episode, and look for the Salvador Molly's Carolina Reaper Ball Challenge. And those are fun. You'll enjoy that. You'll enjoy my pain. Chemical probably acid. Yeah, maybe. But again, yeah, it may not even be like real lime, like lime juice or something. So when I eat hot stuff, I feel like I'm having a heart attack. When I eat some really hot stuff, it doesn't even have to be really hot. Sometimes I get the hiccups. So like pepperoncinis, which aren't really hot. And maybe it's the vinegar. It's the fact that, that it's in the vinegar. When I eat pepperoncinis, I get the hiccups. So, it's, and like I said, it's not painful, like excruciating pain from pepperoncini, but it almost always gives me the hiccups, which is really weird. Hot nuts, good crunch on that chip. Yeah, well, they were crunchy. We might as well. Let's go get it. Well, we'll do these, right? We did the other 2. Let's do these. So Jack and Jill roller coaster, potato ring, cheddar cheese, flavored potato snack. A lot going on here, a lot to take in. And again, these are from the Philippines. Yeah, JD, we have a lot of AMSR going on here. Ooh, these are weird looking. Almost no smell at all. But look at these. It looks like pasta. It looks like chili mac, or what do they call that? Like that kind of macaroni. That's what it looks like. It looks like macaroni, but it is not macaroni. It is a potato ring. Let's try that. Maybe they make it with potato flour, and it kind of is like that. These are weird. These like fall apart crunchy. like you bite into it and then just kind of disintegrates. And then you get the taste of potato flour. So you get the, kind of like if you're eating a cracker, that, how you get that wheat flour taste, if it's really dry. These are cheddar cheese flavor. Maybe I had too much capsaicin in that last, the hot nuts, and maybe that's what I'm not getting. Cheddar cheese. You have to eat a lot of these. They're tiny. I'm getting the cheese flavor, but the cheese flavor almost tastes like a queso, like a cheese sauce. That's kind of what that taste is. And maybe that's made from cheddar. I don't know. But they're not salty. Definitely get the potato flavor from that when it breaks down. I don't know. It's kind of like it's almost a little on the bland side, with the exception of the cheese. So it's something that would be a good snack, kind of almost neutral snack to eat with that. So I'm gonna give it a thumbs in the middle. This is not anything like, oh my God, I've never had that before, but I'm going to start eating this all the time. And it's also not like, I'll never eat this again. If somebody put a bowl in front of me at a bar, I'd snack on these. So yeah, thumbs in the middle. I feel like maybe we haven't had as good luck today as we have had in the past. Do I like menudo? I love menudo. There's nothing more. Well, I'm trying to think. I've never woken up still drunk on a Sunday morning and had menudo. But it's a Sunday morning drunk kind of thing. Like apparently it's supposed to, revitalize you if you've been on drinking all night on a Saturday. But I just like it as a good Sunday morning bowl. There's a place in California called Santa Maria, California. And every year they used to have a menudo festival. I don't think they've had it in the past few years, but they used to have a menudo festival. And the way it worked is you pay $10 entrance fee to go in. And they give you little cups. And so they have maybe like 15, maybe 20 different vendors, and they're all making their own one, and they're competing. And so what happens is you take the little cups and you stop at each of the vendors, and they give you some of their menudo. You go down the line. So when you first do it, you said, I paid $10 and they gave me this little stupid cup like that. But trust me, by the time you get to the 10th booth, or even farther than that, dude, you got no more room for menudo. So you fill up pretty quickly on it, and it's $10 for the equivalent of maybe a bowl and a half or 2 bowls of menudo. And everybody has different ones. So there's a white menudo that's not, doesn't have that reddish color to it. Some people put the cow foot in it for more flavor, more of a beef flavor, and some people don't. So there's a wide variety of different kinds of menudo. But yeah, I love menudo. Yeah, absolutely. Spicy menudo will bring you back to life on a Sunday morning. Yes, it will. But like I said, I just love the taste of menudo. I think what most people don't realize is that it has tripe in it, and tripe is the lining of a cow's stomach. But as long as you know that, the lining of a cow's stomach and a cow's foot, it doesn't get any better than that. Where was that at? The Menudo Festival was in Santa Maria, California. But like I said, I don't think they've done it the past probably maybe 5 years now. They haven't done it, but it was fun. It was a fun event. But honestly, just let's see, Stoner Kitchen. Where did you say you were from? You are from. Maybe you didn't say where you're from. But if you go to one of the kind of divey Mexican restaurants, Arizona. What part of Arizona? If you go to one of those divey Mexican restaurants and everything, they'll have good menudo. Don't ask me why. They may not have good enchiladas, but they'll have good menudo. Terry, you're on your way out? Okay. Well, we're getting close anyways. We got another 15 minutes to go. But Terry, it's always good to see you. You are always welcome here. I think you've only missed one. You've only missed number 2, I think. But yeah, Terry, you are always welcome here. Hope to see you again soon. I think, barring any unforeseen circumstances, we'll do the same thing next week, Saturday, 2 p.m. So hopefully we'll see you then. Would you like me to send you a great barbecue sauce recipe I would use in several places over the years? Yes. Yeah, I'll tell you what. You send me a good barbecue sauce recipe, and I will contact my friend Anshu from Exotic Meat Market, and I will get an exotic piece of meat that lends itself well to barbecue sauce without killing it, and we'll do something. So yes, please send it to me, val@trippyfood.com. So any of you guys you want to communicate with me, val@trippyfood.com. Bye T. Everyone's saying bye to TH or Terry, TH. So here's to you, Terry. I'm drinking this because it's I'm it's not offensive, but it's like drinking a domestic beer. It doesn't give me that feeling that I had before I opened that can and thought, hey, I'm drinking a Japanese beer. This is going to be fun. I don't get that at all. So, Stoner Kitchen, you're still here. So you and Steve Aside, who's I don't think is on here unless he's lurking. You guys got something special for you. You guys were both mentioning this, which is Jufran banana sauce. A lot of places they call it banana ketchup. It is not really ketchup because there's no tomato in it at all. And I think the reason they call it ketchup is because it's made the same way as ketchup. And I think that's because where it's made, they had a lot of bananas, but not a lot of tomatoes. So they made the sauce, and the red coloring is artificial. So it's not normal. It's usually like a yellow brown color. It's bananas. It's made from bananas. So usually a yellow brown color. So we are going to use this in an episode. We will give you a shout out for that. But we picked this up the other day. Just want to let you guys know. So this will be in an upcoming episode. Starfly. Damn, you came in. I got 15 minutes left. I was hoping you'd come in earlier, but well, actually, I don't remember seeing you in here before. So this may be. Are you new? Are you new to the stream? Glad you enjoy the channel. Everybody say hello to Starfly. Starfly just came in. Everybody is already saying bye, Janice. Janice, are you leaving? Oh no, Terry's just saying goodbye to you. I'm sorry. Just replying that. Yes, I did find it, Stoner Kitchen. Jufran is an interesting tie. It is. I think I am going to. I got some hot dogs and I was going to put on hot dogs, but I don't put ketchup on hot dogs, so there's no reason for me to put Jufran on hot dogs. I don't want to not like it because it's not the way I eat things, right? So I think I'm going to put it on French fries. I think I'm going to find some. I'm going to get some French fries and I'm going to do the Jufran with French fries. But you'll get a shout out for that for sure. Stoner Kitchen, do you have like a first name that I can use, or do you want me to just give a shout out to Stoner Kitchen? Let me know. I'm in from the Reckless streams. Oh, okay, and which are probably going on right now, right? If I know Matt, he probably started around noon, and he'll probably go to like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So and they switch off and on. I know they do some stuff on YouTube and some stuff on Twitch. We have a Twitch account. Maybe we should we'll look into doing a Twitch. I also want to do some more interesting things here. So I want to be able to like show you some like screenshot kind of things on there, and have like maybe some things that make things a little bit more active. So I'll look into how I can make this thing more interactive. I know that a lot of places, when they have, what do they call them? Not monitors, but they have people that are actually running that while they're doing the stream. And they can do stuff like that, insert things in. I learned how to do that. I'll make it more interesting. Moderators, thank you, Stoner Kitchen. Yes, moderators. So I don't have a moderator; it's just me. So either I'll get a moderator, or I'll learn what those moderators are doing and see if it's something that I can do. It might not be. It might be like while you're filming, you can't do the stuff that the moderators do. The moderators are like doing something on a separate login. I think. I don't know. I'll ask Matt because I know that they use moderators. So I feel bad. I think that's all we had to snack on, and nothing really. I take that back. These big thumbs up on these. I'll have some more of these. Why not? It'll help me drink that beer. Crunchy. Dallas, are you still on? DJ, yo DJ. If you are still on, remember that I owe you some of those Takis that we did last week, so you can smell them and see if they smell like bugs. Robert, did you just come in? I didn't see you in here before. This channel is a great escape to the world's chaos. Yeah, we have our own joyful chaos here. So you're absolutely right. I like to think we have some chaos going on, but a joyful chaos, a happy chaos, a nice chaos. I'm trying to be a little chaotic. Robert, I mentioned you earlier. Why did I mention you earlier? Because, Robert, let me look that up. There was something I needed to talk to you about, and I can't remember what it was. Because you had mentioned something last time. I had done some research on it, and I don't see it written down. And I write everything down, so I don't know. Robert, I'm kind of sorry that you just got here. Did you just get here thinking that we were going to start around 4? Because we started at 2. So we've got like maybe about 10 minutes left. But hey, you're always welcome. I just feel bad that, you're missing a lot of it, but you're always welcome here. But we're ending in about 10 minutes. So, we got time. We got time. I'll re-eat some of these snacks that I had here if you didn't see that. I do have a Sapporo Premium Beer, which tastes like a domestic lager, like a Budweiser or a Miller or something like that. Nothing special there, but at least we tried it. No, do not be sorry. I'm just sorry that you couldn't spend more time with us, but we will make the last 10 minutes quality time for you. Julie, which New England coffee? I miss New England coffee. New England coffee is made in Malden, Massachusetts, and when you are in South Malden, if that's valid, the southern part of Malden, like when you're getting towards Medford, Everett, that way, it just smells like coffee because New England coffee, they're roasting coffee, and it's just that smell of coffee is just intoxicating. So yeah, I love New England coffee. It's really good. It's a brand, New England coffee. He can report all over his desk for you. I'll just pour this out. Sure, why not? Blueberry and Southern Pecan. Ooh, blueberry coffee. Wow, that sounds interesting. I don't. I try not to do a lot of the heavily flavored stuff, like even some of the cinnamon ones or the Hawaiian hazelnut ones and everything. I mean, they're or French vanilla coffee. I don't like those, but every once in a while, it's just like I like that. I want to taste what the coffee underneath it tastes like, and sometimes a lot of those flavorings kind of take away from the original flavoring. So I don't always like flavored coffees, but every once in a while, it's a fun thing. Blueberry coffee, wow. Have you guys had Kopi Luwak? It's so good. Robert, New England does their flavors great. They do. Julie, do you think they have Kopi Luwak? I don't think so. I could totally see you having your own TV show. Well, if you know anybody who is casting, let me know. That'd be cool. I'd be happy to be on TV. No, Dad, not drinking cat poop coffee. It doesn't taste like cat poop. And well, okay, several things going on here. One, a palm civet is not a cat. They call it a civet cat, but it's not even related to a cat. I think it's related to like a panda or a bear or something like that. So the story is on Kopi Luwak. If you've heard of Kopi Luwak, the story is in the Indonesian coffee plantations. Hang on, jalapeno. In the Indonesian coffee plantations, there is an animal called the palm civet. And the palm civet would go into the plantations and eat the coffee cherry. So the cherry is the fruit that surrounds the coffee beans. The coffee bean is the seed, and there is a fruit that surrounds it. So the palm civet likes the taste of the coffee cherries, and so he eats the coffee cherries. He doesn't chew them. He doesn't break down the bean. He just eats it and swallows it whole. So that coffee bean passes through the palm civet's digestive system and then comes out the obvious working business end of the palm civet. So the workers in the Indonesian coffee plantations were not allowed to take home the good coffee. So the good high quality coffee that was on the trees or bushes or whatever that you want to call coffee plant. Right? They were not allowed to take home the good coffee. So they would look down and they would see this coffee that came out of the business end of the palm civet and say, there's no way they want that. I'm going to take that home. So they would take it home. They would clean it, which is a key thing to remember. They would clean it. They would roast it. They would grind it, and they would make coffee. And what they realized is it was better than the best coffee that was still on the coffee plant, coffee tree. And the reason is because the enzymes in the palm civet's digestive system neutralize the acid from the coffee bean. Right? So it made an exceptional cup of coffee. Now, obviously, as always happens, the coffee plantation owners found out about this, and they said, "Oh, well, you know what? We're not going to let our workers take home this stuff. They can take home the stuff off the tree, but we're gonna sell this, and we're gonna sell this for some good money." And so that's what they started doing. So they started collecting up the palm civet pooped out coffee beans, and selling it for a high dollar. So I think it was around 2009. Me and 5 other people went in on a pound of beans, which was like $150 for a pound of the beans. Ground it ourselves, got a brand new coffee maker, used only distilled water, didn't use soap when we were washing out the cups or anything like that. So what happened was the plantation workers, they got the regular coffee, and then the plantation owners were selling this Kopi Luwak. And then to further make it more difficult for the plantation workers to do it, they decided they were going to put the palm civets in cages and feed them the coffee cherries, and then just be there to collect it up when it came out. So that's what happened with Kopi Luwak. Is it became a commercial thing that the coffee companies were making a lot of money from, and then the workers were not allowed to take it home anymore. So it's a common story with a lot of different types of foods that are usually started as throwaway foods. They find out how good they are, and then the poor people who were partaking of these foods no longer were able to. I don't even know how to spell that. I'm scared to attempt, might butcher it. Kopi Luwak is K-O-P-I. It's 2 words. K-O-P-I is Kopi, and then L-U-W-A-K. Kopi Luwak. So yeah, look that up. That is an interesting history of the poop coffee. Also, the first ones to try it were brave men. Yes, but the first ones to try a lobster were brave men. Here's this aquatic scorpion, and you're going to eat that, right? So the first, and it probably took a few tries. Right? I'm sure the first person who decided to eat a lobster, took it out of the water, cracked the shell open, started eating, and go, yeah, it's kind of nasty. I think maybe I need to heat that up, or roast that, or boil that, or whatever. So yeah, a lot of things like that. The tomato, originally they referred to it as the wolf peach. They call it a wolf peach, and people were afraid to eat it because they thought it was poisonous. I think it's part of the nightshade family, which is probably why they thought it was poisonous, because it's part of the nightshade family, and there were poisonous berries in the nightshade family. So they probably thought the tomato was poisonous. And it took a while before people would try it and get comfortable with that. But was it good coffee? It was the best cup of coffee I ever had in my life. And I mean that sincerely. It was the best cup of coffee because, again, low acid. And some people like the acid. Some people like the bite of acid in coffee, But this is just the smoothest, best tasting coffee that I ever had in my life. And what it worked out to be is about $5 per cup. So, we all, like I said, we would make a pot of coffee and we would all share it and everything. And so I think it was maybe 5 or 6 of us went in on it and everything. And it worked out to be about $5 a cup, which is what you're going to pay for like regular coffee at Starbucks anyways. Right. So yeah, it was a good deal. And we didn't make lattes or anything like that with it. So we drank it black just to taste that thing. So yeah, don't be afraid of it. It doesn't taste like poop. Doesn't smell like poop. It doesn't even have much poop left in it after it's cleaned and roasted and everything. No worries. You don't have to worry about E. coli, anything like that. So if you get a chance to try it. You have to be careful sometimes because a lot of people say that they're giving you Kopi Luwak and they're actually just giving you like regular coffee. So, just trying to make some money. So you have to be careful and you have to really somehow ensure that is indeed Kopi Luwak. But if you get a chance, give it a try. And you don't have to be afraid of it. Like I said, it doesn't taste like poop. It doesn't smell like poop. And there's probably not a lot of poop in it. But again, the enzymes in that palm civet neutralize the acids. That makes a good cup of coffee. There's so many poop comments here. Not drinking cat poop coffee, LOL. Still not drinking poop, still poop. Oh, well, they're also all from Julie. Julie is is just repeating her anti-poop comments. But was it good coffee? Yes, it was good coffee. Just like lobster. Just like lobster. That's right. Great show, Val. Thank you. What was I calling you? I was calling you JT. No. Yeah, JD. Okay. Thank you, JD. Oh, you're out of here? Okay. Well, I will see you soon. You're local. I'm sure we will see each other again soon. I was going to say you're like family, but you are family. So thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed our live stream. It was good. It was good to have you here. And I still do think that you are my #1 fan. And Starbucks tastes like, yes, Starbucks doesn't have poop in it, but it tastes like. I don't like Starbucks coffee. The reason I don't like Starbucks coffee is because I think it's burnt. I think they burn the beans. They just roast them too long, and it's burnt. And if people are stopping at Starbucks and that's where we're getting together, I'll have a latte or something that has other things in it to kill the taste of the coffee, but not good coffee at all. And again, it's kind of like we were talking about earlier about beer. If it's a good beer, you can drink at room temperature. If it's a good coffee, you can drink in black. If not, if you have to put milk and sugar and other stuff in it to hide the flavor, maybe it's not a good coffee. Everybody say goodbye to Notemans. Say goodbye, JD, and hopefully we'll see him next week because we're gonna do it again. Oh yeah, we're winding it down now, and we are going to do it next week. I don't have any reason to believe that we'll have to change the time next week, so it will be again Saturday, and it will be again 2 p.m. Pacific time. It was nice to see Europrop here. I don't know if he's still here, he or she. I don't know. I don't know if they're still here, but it was nice to see them, and that was one of the reasons that we did move it up. Julie, she's on the East Coast, and hopefully this was better for her because it's still early. It's earlier in the day on the East Coast. So yeah, if you guys are okay with it, I think maybe we'll stick with 2 o'clock for a while. There may be a couple of times when we might have to like switch to a Sunday if we're going to be doing something on Saturday, and then once the road trips start out, we might have to miss a week unless I can figure out how to do it remotely. But we got you. I love doing this. I love the interaction with you guys. I love learning stuff about you guys. I hope that you find it entertaining, and I just love the interaction between you guys and me. That it's something we don't have or we can't do when we're actually doing filming the episodes, because it's just like it's in front of a camera, boom, done, right? I will let people know if I'm going to be traveling and I'm going to be in an area where you guys are, and maybe hopefully you can come out, do something together. If you feel brave enough and it's something that you're interested in, maybe we'll get you on camera. But again, I will keep doing this. I don't care if there's like 5 people on or 2 people on or 3 people on. If you guys if you guys enjoy this and you enjoy the interaction, then we'll just keep on doing it until it's no longer practical to do so. So another great scene. See you, Trippies, on the next one. And that's what we are, Trippies, according to Stone Kitchen. He did call us Trippies. He did dub us Trippies. Goodbye to Stone Kitchen. Old guy in Colorado, good to see you. Just remember day and time. Yeah, I will, again, put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, put it on Instagram and everything, just to remind you guys. But Saturday at 2, unless something comes up, and I'll let you guys know ahead of time that we change the time. But old guy in Colorado, I hope we'll see you again next week. Julie, always good to see you. Always good to see you. If we can't see each other physically in person, then this is the second next best thing. Skype is the next best thing, but this is good too. I'll be sending that recipe ASAP. Please do. Again, if you want to send me anything via email, val@trippyfood.com. And we're at 4:02 right now. We're 2 over. So we're going to wind this down. Thank you guys again. I would say this is successful. I have enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll see you again next week. Or I'm supposed to say see you soon.